I've been meditating every day for 20 years, twice a day. And I thought I knew what peace was. And then last month, I took a class and everything changed. If you've committed to something for a long, long time and wondered if it can get better, this video is for you. So last month, I went up to the Canadian Art of Living Center, and there was a course called Sanyam 2, Sanyam 2. And it was a big sacrifice for me to go. I had to miss Thanksgiving, which I love, and it was expensive. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to go, to be honest. We're going to be honest. And a friend of mine, I run a summer camp at the Art of Living Center in the summers called Camp Santosh. And a good friend of mine said, you got to do this class. And if we're going to be honest, I kind of, after all these years, taking all these classes, it's like, how much more can I learn? You know, I kind of, in that situation, had a know-it-all mentality. But luckily enough, this guy said to me, like, no, come on, man, like, do this. So I did, paid the money back in July, and then, you know, missed work and went up to the center. Sri Sri Ravi Shankar came over from India to teach the class. There was 700 of us in the room. People from all over the world had flown in for this. And the hype was high. It was high. And I was like, oh my God, this isn't going to do anything. And it was incredible. And it just showed me how much I don't know and how much more I have to learn. And luckily, I've said this so many times. It's like, I thought I knew everything, and then COVID happened, my separation, I did my 12 steps, and I realized how little I knew. And then this class just showed me, like, I thought I knew what peace was. I really, really did. And then I did this, and it's like, I was vibrating yesterday when I was meditating. I was like, what is this? This is incredible. And why the feeling that I want you to leave with and to take for yourself is, if you're a meditator, stick with it. You know what I mean? Because I'm 20 years in, and it got better. And I've heard so much about this, and I listen to classical music a lot. And there's a quote from Handel when we listen to it on YouTube Music, and it says, I don't know if I was in my body or not when I was writing this music and performing it. And I rarely have ever felt that experience. As a child, playing sports a couple times, there was a few moments when I had that flow state. And I think I experienced that flow state much more than just 5 minutes of it. It was like, it's been days. Like my last 2 weeks of meditation have been insane, beautiful. They've been gifts. And then it just made me realize, like, when we truly commit to something, when you meet those people that are like genuine experts in whatever, like, you know, like stamp collections or button collections or whatever, something that seems so trivial. But when you go down to the the smallest granular level, you get this so it seems so small, but it becomes so big. And I just wanted to acknowledge the gift that this class was. I want to say thank you to Sri Sri for teaching this to all of us. And I got to meet some new people that were incredible, get to reacquaint with some old friends. But most importantly, I just got to learn that I have so much more to learn. Like, I'm 48, I'm about to turn 49 in April, thinking I know everything 5 years ago. I knew everything at 43. And now at 48, I just realized, like, I know this much, just this much. And that's so exciting and so profound. And like, how much more can I learn about meditation? And what else does Sri Sri have to teach us about? Like the mind and consciousness and connection and past experiences and like change and non-attachment and dispassion. I mean, it's exciting for me. And this is what really gets me excited. And like, what gets you excited? And so like, when we start these little journeys, we think they're so insignificant. And then you just have these crazy, profound experiences because you've put in these minutes and minutes and minutes and minutes, and that add up to hours, and then days, and then weeks, and then months. And it's almost like you're gifted from, like, the universal mind gifts you these incredible experiences when it's more than flow state. It's like the continuous present moment. And you're like, oh, this is what all of those philosophers have been talking about for so long. And this is what all the prophets have been talking about. It's not like gratitude for this microphone. It's gratitude for. It's not love for a human or an object or a circumstance. It's love for. And I just wanted to get this feeling across of, like, when the sacrifice is put in place for so long. And it is sacrifice. Like, I have to, for myself, excuse myself and stuff. I meditate every day, twice a day, no matter what. Once before noon, once after noon. And I thought I knew peace. But after this class, I realized I don't know anything. And that's so exciting and so empowering and so fun. And if whatever you're committed to, it's like these overnight successes. A good friend of ours is an actor, and he was like, called an overnight success, and he'd put in 12 years. Or my cousin, that's one of the best realtors in Western Canada, overnight success after he put in 20 plus years and was like bartending at night and trying to learn how to rent houses, and it didn't go well for so long. And now people turn to him for advice, but these things take so much time, and it's so amazing. And I've never had that experience where it was like put in 20 years of work to get something. And I didn't even know it was going to happen. And it did. And I was like, whoa. So stick with what you're doing and fall in love with falling in love with the process, like that is the love. And it's so exciting and fun. And I wanted to share that today. And keep going. And the gifts you get is that open mind. And that, I think that open-mindedness helps us connect to so much more than we could ever imagine. And it's so beautiful. And so it's incredible. So I feel very lucky. I feel gratitude at a level I've never felt. I felt love at a level I've never felt. I've had so many great experiences the last few weeks, and I just excited to see what's going to happen the next 20 plus years of this. And this is my path, and I'm so lucky and I'm so blessed. And stick with your path and find your path and fall in love with it. And it's not, for most people, it's not one and done. It's not, we're not one hit wonders. Small little baby steps, but my God, they pay off. I think a lot of my friends have that with university, with their kids are going off to university now, and my friends and family, and that's like kind of like they're a little proud of themselves, and they don't say it, but they post stuff online like, look at my kid, look at what my kid's doing. And that's kind of what this is. And for other people, it's so many things, gardening, and there's a gentleman down in Antigonish. He's been running a Taekwondo club for 40 plus years, and you can just feel he is Taekwondo. And then also for the people that are listening and it's so daunting, and what am I going to do and how am I going to start? You got to just start. So I got a tiny little video you can watch, 5-minute reset for men, just simple breathing techniques. I taught it to some people this week. I teach it to people all the time. Just do the mountain posture, do some yogic breathing, do a little straw breath, and just reflect. You're fine. You're human. You've got tons of issues and you have tons of beauty. And that's the human condition. It's amazing. So enjoy, check out that 5-minute reset. For men, thanks for tuning in. I love doing this, and thank you all for all the support. Have a great one.